had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire an energy vampire. But also, they're a literal vampire. And suddenly, my team is spending all their time sharpening wooden stakes and buying bulk silver and rehearsing ancient chants, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant takes insights from over 1 billion professionals to create a short list of the best fits for you. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
Welcome to the Supreme Resort, Land v. World, a podcast about Disneyland and Walt Disney World, and which is the Supreme Resort. Rhythmic. Each episode, we will discuss and explore each resort ride by ride, land by land, park by park, plate by plate. Disneyland, which is best? Oh, I didn't update my notes from last time. Which is best, Disneyland or Walt Disney World? I'm Dan, and thank you for joining me on this quest to help the greater good of humanity discover that very long, elusive question, which one is better? See, that's what I should have had at the other part. Joining me, as always, from the upcoming Supreme Resort live show, Jimmy.
They call me Ambrosia J.
And from the hit podcast Boys Planning, as well as every other podcast you listen to, including the aforementioned live show, Eric.
Hey, I'll release tonight eventually.
So will I.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you did. This is a family show, Dan.
I don't get what I did. This episode, we're going to talk about two restaurants from your two fake hometowns. The Carnation Cafe at Disneyland, featuring a chili recipe that Walt never ate, and Tony's Town Square Restaurant, where it is implied that dogs will eat whatever you don't finish. But before we get there, we teased it, or I teased it, tickled it a little bit. Live show? Mm-hmm. Are we doing it? And will it be at Shakey's?
It's a great question, Dan.
Like it.
Before we started recording this part of the episode, we have an after hours for Patreon, which you may or may not ever hear. However, I personally called Odette, who is the manager today at
and
Shakey's
who might be listening
Anaheim.
right now. Thank you, Odette.
She might be listening. Hi, Odette. And I inquired about us doing a live event at Shakey's Pizza, and loyal listeners will know why. And by loyal, if you listen to the last episode.
Well, I think it's been an ongoing theme.
Yeah. So Shakey's Pizza in Anaheim, somewhere the week of July, wherever July 17th is a Friday, which would be Disneyland's 71st anniversary, and 71 backwards is 17.
Right.
No, wait. 17 backwards is 71. 1971 is when Disney World opened.
Yes. So basically,
71st anniversary.
Jimmy, I remember when we went to the Ears Up live show, your wife was not pleased with the idea. So that's a good... I don't know if I was supposed to share that.
I don't think she's ever pleased with me. I don't know what you mean. You're going to have to be more specific.
I remember at some point you telling me that she said that it would be ridiculous for you to go see the recording of a podcast. And so I figured if we pick a date that coincides with a natural reason for someone to be at Disneyland, then they would be able to say to said spouse, well, it is the anniversary. It's the 71st.
71st. That's 1971, Disneyland, etc. Disney World. So, listener, the reason we're bringing it up is we'd like to do it. Shakey's seemed very interested, working out the details there. Would you like to come? And, could be the 16th, could be the 17th, could be the 18th. The 16th kind of makes the most sense because it's a slow Thursday, but 17th is just probably more appropriate. But that week, are you, listener, interested in joining us? There will be games. There's going to be prizes. We'll have a slideshow. We'll have special guests, people you've listened to on the show, maybe some people you haven't listened to.
An Asher lookalike contest.
It will be an Asher lookalike contest. I was saving that for last
time.
Oh,
sorry.
Jeez.
Anyway, so we are interested in doing it. We know we have listeners, and most of you live in the West Coast. So if you're interested in joining us, please email any one of us. It doesn't have to be all of us, doesn't have to be just one person, but whoever you feel most comfortable with. You can reach me at jhunt@concierge.com, ejohnson@concierge.com, Dan at earsup-podcast.com, or Jason at earsup-podcast.com. Email in one of us and say, I'm interested. And if you have a specific date that you'd be most interested in, we can kind of do majority rule, but I don't know.
By the way, this is not a bit.
No, it's not a bit. This is 100% real. We want to do it. We're very interested. Shakey's seems interested. And if it's not Shakey's, it'll be the Anaheim Hotel because we know they would let us do it. The official sponsor of Ears Up. No, wait.
The official hotel of the Supreme Resort.
The official hotel of the Supreme Resort.
They don't give us any money.
No, they don't. We give them money, though.
I did just a couple weeks ago.
So you know how we know we have listeners. I know you're hosting, Dan. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. This is how I like to host.
But please contact us. I mean, I think if we get 50 people to say they're interested, then it's a go. So even if you're kind of interested and you if it's for real, you'll definitely go. Whatever it is, just let us know.
Yeah, it's saying you're interested doesn't mean you will definitely go. It just means that there's interest. By the way, just to sweeten it up a little bit, we are going to try to get the bunch lunch buffet going.
We are going to try to get the bunch of lunch. It's not contingent on us doing it, but we have made the request.
We're trying to add that in as part of your ticket.
Yes, yeah, that will be. Yeah, we'll get to the logistics. I don't think it's going to be an expensive event. There will be some kind of cover, but nothing crazy. I don't know if that cover is going to cover your food or whatever. We'll figure it out. But based on the interest, we know we have listeners because people write in. Specifically, Tin Soldier Mike let me know that he was Toy Soldier Mike. Sorry, he was. He's been listening, and he's got a running tally with notes up to 2024 on which resort is winning. And right now, Disneyland Resort has a sizable lead, but he is going to complete his tally and share it with us, which is fantastic. Thank you, Toy Soldier Mike, because I wanted to do that forever, and
Mike's doing it.
Mike's doing it. So thank you very much, Mike. Even if it's just you and us, Mike, let's do a live recording.
Be awesome.
Anyway, so again, if you're interested, it's jhunt@concierge.com, ejohnson@concierge.com, Dan at earsup-podcast.com, or Jason at earsup-podcast.com.
And I know I've said in several episodes that I don't check my email. I don't, but I will now.
Yes. And this is July of 2026. So if you're listening to this after that, it was a fantastic event.
Feel free to email. Still, tell us where you want the next one.
Say if you're interested. Yeah,
you can offer your living room.
Ooh. We can go to Disney World next year. Okay, Dan, take it away.
Right. So other things we've been talking about. We still need to do Nat and May judging the Hollywood lands. We're getting close to that. Some other things in the chamber. Perhaps the doorbell just rang. Dogs will be barking.
It's a docket in legalese.
The docket. As we will be talking to the Meet Upon Main people, we need to connect with them because, first of all, I don't know how we're going to get around the fact that they are a competitor with our main advertiser, who we will get to shortly. I haven't heard anything from single writers on the TikTok verse. Have any of you?
I don't go to the TikToks.
Don't have TikTok.
Or any of the verses? Have you heard anything about them at all?
No.
All I have is the bounty of ads that they gave us and the stack of $1 bills that they've given us.
For each one.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, my running theory has been that they were a data mining scam. And right now, I feel like that might be the correct opinion. But anyway, I'm tired of hearing myself talk. One of you want to say something?
So the AI overview of single writers dating app Disney. There's a new Disney themed dating app in development called Single Writers, designed for theme park fans to find dates, buddies, blah, 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 blah. Disney adult fan base. The concept is a platform for single Disney and theme park enthusiasts to connect, inspired by real single rider lines for shorter waits. The goal is to find romantic partners or even just ride buddies who share the love of the park.
There's not a lot. It's just kind of the same old stuff.
Origins, the Supreme Resort. I'm joking.
Well, I guess that's kind of it for current stuff, unless you guys have anything.
Nope, that's all I got. Let's talk about these fine establishments.
Okay, before we do, I think now would be a great time for an ad from our sponsor, Single Riders.
Go ahead and deposit that $1 in the account.
I will.
Your attention, please. At Single Riders, we stand with every creator celebrating joy in the face of erasure. So when a deaf TikToker shared their excitement about Target's new Deaf Barbie, we took notice.
I'm so excited because someone told me that Target has this new Deaf Barbie.
So you're telling me the rest of them can actually hear? What is this, f***ing Toy Story?
That was Joe the Bearded Nerd, founder of Single Riders, a real dating app for solo park lovers. And yes, he said that. On purpose. On TikTok. With his face in it. But look, it's not just about one bad stitch. It's about a whole generation raised with G. I. Joe instead of emotional literacy. And when you don't get Barbies that look or sound like you, sometimes you turn into the guy who thinks the punchline is the representation. We're not mad. We're just building better toys. Better apps. Better men. Single Riders. Representation matters. So does accountability. Now available wherever irony refuses to die.
I feel like the voiceover artist had several strokes during that last one.
Yeah, that was
G.
took some.
I.
there might be periods at the end of those letters.
Yeah, there might be. Yeah, Joe's an interesting dude.
Yeah,
He
actually said that.
He actually said that on purpose.
Sponsor,
So,
everybody.
listener, if you are interested in coming to the live show, I feel like Joe will not be there, so you'll be safe.
Now, do you think he was talking about the pop duo Erasure?
No, but that's a really good.
Well,
deep cut.
because sometimes they give a little respect.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's
Moving
get to the
on.
main event.
Hey.
Let's do it.
We're going to be
Let's
talking
rock it.
about two things that we probably should have thought about talking about before, but hey, that's this show, right? One of the nice things about this show is sometimes you go straight to the obvious things and you miss the less obvious things, and you go straight to, condiment packets. And that's why this show is so much fun to do and hopefully to listen to. Today, we're talking about Carnation Cafe at Disneyland on Main Street on the west side of the street. And Town
Listen,
Square.
You're taking away some of my content.
Tony's Town Square restaurant on the East Coast in Disney World in the Magic Kingdom on Main Street on the east side of the street.
Technically, it's in Town Square.
East versus wait, is it that not is Main Street not?
Town
Town
Square is a
Square?
different thing.
Aren't-
It's kind of.
I mean, it's Main
Street's
Street.
its
All right,
own
sorry.
land.
That's fine.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. I'm just.
You
I'm,
just called
I'm already
Town
getting
Square
defensive.
Town Square. Look, I'm on no
It's Main
one's
Street.
side here. I will be judging, and in case you couldn't put that
good.
together, Carnation Cafe came first, so we're gonna start there. And if Jimmy, who is arguing for the Carnation Cafe, says anything that delights me and makes me crave that delicious chili, I'm gonna hear. We're all together gonna hear this sound. Yep, that is the sound of a cat with a hairball. No,
It's an omnibus.
It's an omnibus.
Because that's one of the many sounds you might hear if you're dining outside of the Carnation Cafe.
True. Let's name all the other sounds.
Okay. Screaming
Children, screaming children, families arguing
The
with each
toilet
other.
flushing in the bathroom.
Toilet flushing occasionally. Sometimes people commenting on how long it's taking grandma to take a dump in said toilet.
Balloons for
The
sale.
sound of people
Balloons for
vomiting when they
sale.
see how small the castle is.
Yeah, you know, you've been there. And Eric's going to be arguing for Tony's Town Square restaurant, and he's also going
in
to
the title.
answer the question: is Tony related to Stromboli? And if I hear something that I enjoy, we will all hear this sound.
It's the heart of America.
Yep, it sure is. So yeah, let's start with the Carnation Cafe, and winner gets ownership of the podcast. Let's go.
Excellent. Well, first of all, I'm going to start with Disney's description. This is an overview of the Carnation Cafe. Dine on classic American comfort food, including some of Walt's favorite dishes, at this Main Street, USA institution. Carnation Cafe is an American comfort food restaurant located in Main Street, USA at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, in these United States. The restaurant opened in 1955 as Carnation Cafe Ice Cream Parlor. Whether you're looking for a meal, dessert, or both, you'll enjoy the atmosphere and nostalgia at the Carnation Ice Cream Parlor and Restaurant. It's located at the corner of Main Street and West Center Street. Sit inside near the old-fashioned ice cream. No, that's old. Never mind. Oh, now I'm getting into history. The end.
The
I
end.
rest my case.
That's the opening statement from Jimmy.
The
Jimmy hasn't done one of these in a
rests.
while.
Okay.
No, it's not Carnation versus Eric. It's Carnation versus Tony's. There we go. Points.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Eric, do you have an opening statement?
Sure do. I wrote it and everything.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Tucked into the corner of Main Street, USA, in the town square, where Disneylanders think they should be finding hats, rests a restaurant that celebrates the kind of cheap Italian food you would expect in New York, New Jersey, and New Nebraska. If you ever dreamed of sharing a meal with dogs eating in an alley, you should level up those expectations and eat in a Victorian-style place that people like to go to. Here's what Disney has to say about this restaurant. Step inside this charming turn-of-the-century trattoria with its whitewashed balustrades, French doors, and expansive, not expensive, expansive front porch. The porch is expansive. It's not expensive.
The menu's expensive.
There you go. Which offers a fantastic view of evening parades and also afternoon parades, I might add.
Due to the location not moving.
Right. Right.
You know what?
And parades
I
going
can't
by them.
see? Morning parades.
Nope.
Because they don't have breakfast.
Yeah. This is true. Not anymore. Take in the classic film Lady and the Tramp playing in the lobby and look at pictures of those two pooches, those two famous pooches gracing the wall. This restaurant is a replica of Tony's restaurant where Lady and Tramp dined and shared a romantic spaghetti meal. Oh gosh, just think of it, Dan. Hopeless romantics like you and I are bound to gush over the central fountain depicting the cute canine couple. And more characters and scenes from the movie get you in the mood for food, friends, fun, and also looking at pictures of dogs. Perhaps even some amore.
Ooh. So it's themed to Tony's it's supposed to be Tony's restaurant.
From the movie. Yet somehow this one night in Tony's life has become like his entire thing. He's like, Mamma mia, I have to keep playing this video I took in the alley.
I love it so much. Listener, we're going to be doing a lot of that, I suspect. So just sorry.
Yelling Mamma mia.
All right, let's get into history. Nothing you have said so far is point worthy because opening statements are only opening statements. You know the law. Jimmy.
From Yesterland.
Yes.
From Yesterland, whether you're looking for a meal, dessert, or both, you enjoy the atmosphere and nostalgia at the Carnation Ice Cream Parlor and Restaurant, located at the corner of Main Street and West Center Street.
Mm-hmm.
Sit inside near the old-fashioned ice cream counter or outside under red and white umbrellas. Best of all, you'll be served a friendly waiter or waitress. It's great to relax.
Mm.
Carnation is a famous brand for ice cream and other dairy products. You'll be happy to know that the Carnation Company began in 1899 as a maker of evaporated milk.
I happen to have a jug of said evaporated milk right there in my
you got to play to your audience. Over time,
wait, were you provided
evaporated
that
milk?
Was that complimentary or did you purchase that?
I purchased it. So what I do with it is sometimes I want to make macaroni and cheese, but I don't want to buy an entire thing of milk to make macaroni and cheese.
Craft,
so I figured,
obviously.
What would our pioneers have done? Powdered milk.
Well, they use powdered cheese. Why wouldn't you use powdered milk?
Exactly.
But how does it?
You just add water.
Oh,
and all that's what you. I mean, it's not good. I wouldn't drink it for milk. It's not like I want a delicious glass of refreshing milk in powdered form.
I'm sure some people do.
Also,
over
sometimes
time,
you put a little bit of powder. You asked me the question. I'm going to give you the full answer. Sometimes also you want to do a little sprinkle of powdered milk in your eggs.
Oh, do you?
Whip them up. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Great. Over time, that's how the Carnation Company began in 1899. Over the time, the brand grew to include refrigerated dairy products, that wet milk, ice cream, and other grocery items. The star here at the ice cream parlor is, of course, the ice cream at a real table service restaurant during a hectic theme park visit.
Now, hold on. Are we saying? So is the ice cream? And tell me if I'm stepping on any toes here. Is the ice cream counter still there?
I don't think so. No, it's not.
It's not.
The Carnation Cafe Ice Cream Parlor opened July 17th, 1955, sponsored by Carnation. The focus of the establishment was an ice cream counter where guests ate ice cream on stools. Guests could also eat their ice cream outside on a patio, but in 1977, the restaurant expanded into West Center Street, adding more outdoor seating. The Carnation Cafe Ice Cream Parlor closed in January of 1997. In March of that year, it reopened with only outdoor seating as the Carnation Cafe. Nestle, the owner of the Carnation brand, pulled out as a sponsor of the restaurant, but allowed Disneyland to keep the name. The former ice cream parlor became Blue Ribbon Bakery, which closed upon the opening of Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe. In 2012, the Carnation Cafe took back over the space, providing indoor seating for guests. When the outdoor seating exists today, where it is today, was formerly the flower market, where guests could purchase faux floral arrangements to take home with them. Did you ever do that, Dan?
Just about every time I would go by myself, I'd
so.
buy a flower arrangement.
It's faux flower. For
I
over
believe
2
it's pronounced
decades. For over 2 decades, the Main Street Flower Market occupied West Center Street between Upjohn Pharmacy, which is now New Century Timepieces, and Carnation Ice Cream Parlor. In 1977, the Carnation Ice Cream Parlor outdoor dining was expanded to fill all of West Center Street, and the flower market moved across the street to East Center Street before disappearing completely. Because now it's a fruit stand in front of the lockers and stuff.
And it has little sprinklings of the possibilities of somebody once selling flowers, but
yeah, it does feel that way. Let's talk a little bit about Oscar Martinez.
Let's do it.
Who served as chef of Carnation Cafe from 1967 until 2017. He was the longest employee at Disneyland. His dish, Oscar's Choice, used to be on the menu. It is no longer. There's no longer there.
Was that an actual like set dish, or was it just whatever the hell Oscar wants to make for the day?
It was his choice.
Nice. I like that.
Okay. So that is the history, unless, Dan, you would like to get into some of the historical dining options, or do we want to wait till we get to the menus?
Well, Eric, do you also have a menu versus menu?
You bet your sweet bippy I do.
Okay. That's
current and former, or just current?
Oh, both.
Okay.
we need theme music for this.
Here.
Old food.
All right. So let's do
now, to be fair, we have had this conversation on this very podcast before.
Right.
With this very
true.
menu.
That's true.
Because we have a listener whose father, I think, used to work for Carnation and sent me a copy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So when I open up this menu, I'm like, we've done this before. However, it doesn't make it any less fun.
That's true.
So there were, of course, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, the grilled cheese, American cheese, grilled or plain. That's a cheese sandwich. That is bread and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You get a ham sandwich, ham and cheese, grilled or plain. Tuna salad sandwich, hot dog with a premium frank and tasty pickle relish. Dan?
Yes.
How much would a hamburger cost at the Carnation in Disneyland circa 1955? Or whenever they started serving food?
75 cents.
Okay. Now, the correct answer is 45 cents.
Oh, my God.
Now, the cost of, well, let's see. What was 35 cents? If we go back to, just as an example, I did a little fun exercise. If you were to get a pie a la mode, Dan.
Ooh, and I would if it was
1955.
Mode.
Okay. What would you expect to pay for said pie a la mode?
So, okay, considering, so there's a cheat here because we have talked about this before. So it's a combination of, I don't remember, but it's a combination of guessing and remembering. $1.30.
Okay. Eric, do you have a guess?
$1.30 sounds like an awful lot.
Well, considering the hamburger was 45 cents.
That's true. I did.
Yeah. I'd probably go.
Just say
I'd probably go. So pie olive. Is it warm?
I don't know. Unspecified.
Oh, okay.
Presumably yes, but I don't think that would impact the
Could we
50.
do Prices Right
50 cents.
rules and have Eric guess 1 cent?
We could.
But I already guessed 50 cents.
The answer is 35 cents. Okay.
Oh my God.
So now with the cost of inflation, okay, monies have effectively increased 12 times since 1955. So your 35-cent pie a la mode today would be $4.23. Okay, standard inflation.
Damn.
Today, if you were to buy pie a la mode at the Carnation Cafe, knowing that it should be $4.23, how much do you actually pay for Carnation Cafe pie a la mode if you ordered today?
Oh, is that an option?
Yeah. It's peach pie a la mode. By the way, warm peach pie served with vanilla ice cream.
I'm going to go $12.
Eric?
I'm going to go 10.
Exactly $10.
Wow.
Whoa.
So what it should be $4.23 if we're just standard inflation, it is now $10. There's some specialties. You can get chili and beans. Chili and beans, by the way. Not chili with beans.
This is the old menu?
This is the old menu. Most of the menu, so there's 6 items on the sandwiches. There's some salads, which, of course, includes fruit with sherbet, bananas, and whipped cream for 65 cents.
Mm-hmm. I bet
that's on the salads.
Yeah, I bet the dressing on the salad was amazing.
I'm sure. Cottage cheese with choice of pineapple, pears, or peaches.
Hell yeah.
Is a salad.
Real quick, what do you pick? Pineapple or pears? Or peaches, rather?
Pineapple.
Okay, Eric?
Peaches.
I think I'd go peaches, too.
And then, of course, a crisp green salad. All 3 of those salads cost the exact same amount of money. Damn. How much do they cost?
15 cents.
65 cents, all 3.
Damn.
Now, if you were going to order a salad today at the Carnation Cafe.
Ooh. Are we talking just like a side salad or like...
Yeah, just a garden salad.
Okay, so not like a meal salad.
No.
$8.
Eric?
Just a side salad?
It's technically listed under plant-based, but it's lettuce, carrots, cucumber, radishes, fennel, tomatoes, croutons, and green goddess dressing.
Actually, no, I'm going to change it to $6.99.
Okay, Eric?
Yeah, let's go 9.
It is exactly $9.
Damn.
You're good at this, or you're cheating. The rest of the menu is 3 full pages of desserts. They have features from Fantasyland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland, Adventureland, and Main Street. Of course, my favorite, the Gay 90s Sundays, which is chocolate, caramel, cherry, pineapple, marshmallow.
Did they have Fantasia ice cream at that time?
That would be...
Do you guys remember Fantasia ice cream?
Oh, the different colors?
Yeah.
I remember because I just said it, but I don't see it on the menu. There's a Snow White Sundae, which is marshmallow sundae topped with grated coconut.
Wow, white on white.
Disneyland's Fantasia ice cream is a beloved classic flavor, banana, cherry, pistachio, swirl. It's Disneyland exclusive. Often appearing as a special or secret menu item, especially around events. Oh, does that mean they still have it? Oh, does that mean they still have it?
Oh,
Does that mean they still have it? Gibson Girl, this is off. Oh God, Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor often serves it. Sometimes as part of a sundae or in a colored waffle cup.
Oh my!
Secret menu. It's often not advertised, so you need to ask for it by name. Oh my God!
Wow!
I need to go.
Okay, everybody. So I have to. My favorite Tomorrowland surprises from Tomorrowland. That's features from Frontierland, treats from Fantasyland, surprises from Tomorrowland is the 2000 AD special. So this is 45 years before the year 2000. The 2000 AD special is 45 cents. We predict that health foods will never replace this tasty treat, a delicious hot fudge sundae.
Oh, that's their 2000 AD special.
Their 2000 AD special.
Take
The
that,
Martian
future.
sundaes, 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, hot caramel topping, sprinkling of malted milk powder. Hey, there you go, Dan.
There you go.
Sliced peaches, whipped cream, and a cherry. That sounds awful. Caramel, malted milk, and sliced peaches? That's the Martian. Oh, they're from Mars. That's why they would do that.
Yeah. They
Anyway.
don't know any different.
That's right. That's the end of the old menu game for me.
Okay. Yeah, I remember the dark days of the village, the bakery. That was awful.
The Blue Ribbon Bakery?
Blue Ribbon Bakery.
I remember I was working at Disneyland that was brand new. It was 97.
It was a nightmare.
Oh, wow.
Like, because I have honestly, I have very fond memory. This isn't going to influence the scoring because it has changed so much, but I have really, really fond memories of it in its original, or in my experience, original iteration. When there was that ice cream counter, like the food was like, they had like sandwiches and stuff. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like over the top good. And the ice cream counter was actually functional. It's one of the first times that I went to Disneyland by myself because the friends I was supposed to go with decided they couldn't go anymore, and I was like,
sorry,
F it, I have the ride set up, I'm gonna go. And the woman working behind the counter was like, wait a minute, so you're here by yourself? I was like, yeah. And she's like, and it's not weird? I'm like, I mean, it is when you say it like that.
It is when you make that face.
Yeah. And she was like, I guess it would be fun, but I wouldn't want to do it all the time. It's like, me neither. And that was not foreshadowing.
So I'm reminded of the menu, and the reason it was so significant to me is they had both Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola.
Oh,
and damn. I'll remind you, they had sarsaparilla. You can get phosphate, either cherry or lemon, and root beer. You can get sarsaparilla and root beer.
Right. But that part of it is no longer there. It is now, and I don't mean this necessarily critically, but sort of serving up nostalgia for a thing that wasn't really always there. But that's right. It's still it's an idea. So is Main Street.
I just think it's interesting that Carnation no longer sponsors, but they allow them to keep the name.
I think their way around it is it's about the flower.
That's right.
And a Carnation was just like, okay, fine.
Well, we're not going to fight that.
And they're no longer connected to Nestle, which is good because Nestle is a terrible corporation. Hot take.
All right.
Eric, your history.
Do you mind if I take a quick pause here? What now?
You said your history. I said, no, I think you should still stay.
No.
Okay.
Sorry for talking over your joke. My dog just threw up and it smells really bad, and I need to take this blanket downstairs and put it in the wash.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yes, thank you. Be right back.
I guess
what are we going to do? I mean, if he's not here writing the script, I don't know how we're going to do this.
I suppose we could also take a break.
I mean, I guess.
Dan, what are you going to ask me that I should know? Because I can't say. I'm assuming we're going to cut this out. Let's hope Eric, cut it out. I didn't do a ton of the in-depth deep dive.
Yeah.
But basically, the rest of my thing is this is what it is. There's some reviews from different, papers and whatnot. I've got some menu items, some other special things.
I think it's mainly going to be about. Do you have anything about how they used to have TV dinners?
No, I'm done with the history. It's all current now.
Okay. Probably going to ask about the Walt's chili just because it's funny. And it has nothing to do with how Walt Disney actually created his chili.
I have a review.
Yeah.
Of the chili.
Probably talk about just kind of the ambience, because I think that's the main thing about it. I think it's going to come down to ambience versus ambience more than menu versus menu.
So I have an AI overview. The question was, why is Carnation Cafe better than Tony's Town Square?
Right.
And they said, great question.
That's it?
No, answer. You got it in depth. It's got authenticity and atmosphere, food quality and menu options, size and intimacy, service and location, and historical connection. Those are the 5 topics.
I think it's also going to come down to, and I don't know where. I know where I might be inclined to land on this, but I think Eric might be able to talk me into it, which is convoluted backstory versus no real backstory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
The quality of the food, from what I understand, Tony's isn't great. But if we're being honest,
we have menus pulled up so we can look at costs too.
Yeah, we could look at that. If I'm being honest, I think Carnation Cafe, their menu is not.
It's not very robust.
It's not robust. The food's, I think, good.
Mm-hmm.
They do have breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an argument I have. Complete with breakfast menu.
I feel like it might be less just like iconic in a way. I like it, and that's a weird thing because I think they're each iconic in their own ways, but it's very specific to the park.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't imagine someone having nostalgic, pleasant feelings about Tony's.
Yeah,
but that's only because I didn't grow up with it.
Yeah. So somebody who grew up with it probably. I don't know, when did that open, Tony's?
That would be another place if it's kind of a shoehorn. I feel like Eric could.
Today in history, 1981, Tony's Town Square opens. July 24th, 1981.
Okay.
Oh, and then it says July 24th, 1989. Make up your fucking mind.
Oh, it reopened.
Space was previously Town Square Cafe, a fixture since Magic Kingdom opened in 1971. Had different sponsors like Oscar Mayer and Hormel before becoming Tony's. I'm sure he's going to talk about it in his history segment.
This is going to be, yeah. I think, I don't know. I don't have any, to answer your initial question, I don't have any like planned questions. I'm just kind of going with what comes up. Okay. Eric's back. So
we did, Eric, you'll definitely need to cut that out because we were talking logistics about the rest of the content.
Right. But okay, so now that Eric's back, he can write the script for us again as he always does for every episode. He writes thank God. Okay, it's back. I see it in the chat. He writes every word that we say in these podcasts. He always has. We are very,
even when it was Jeremy,
happy with his contribution.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Eric. Also listen to the Hub Crawl. You didn't need to put that in.
We would have said it anyway.
Yeah, at the end.
Eric, how's your dog? Is he feeling all right?
He's feeling all right. He had a bunch of sticks in his vomit.
Oh, wow.
You know, the sort of thing that you probably shouldn't be eating.
Yeah. You gotta
say steaks?
Sticks.
Yes.
Brandy cleaned it up and she's like, yeah, that smells bad. I'm like, yeah, it smells bad. I gotta watch this.
Are you trying to turn your dog into a beaver?
No.
By feeding it sticks?
No.
Because he is a beaver. All right, let's keep on going.
Yeah, let's do it. History, eh?
History.
Is that where we're at?
Yes.
All right. Well, when Walt Disney World was opening, the decision was made to put the choice was originally going to be to have a coffee restaurant called the Coffee Mill in Town Square, right next to what is now, where you can go see Mickey in a theater, and in Disneyland where you can see Walt and Abraham Lincoln fight with spears,
right?
Which is what I think they're doing these days. By
the way, I took my sister to see the Walt robot, and she was very confused.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Well, anyway, the coffee sponsorship didn't work out, but you know who did step up? It was our good pals at Oscar Mayer.
Nice.
And they sponsored the restaurant until 1981.
Eric, before you get into that, I realized that we didn't really give Shakey's enough of a acknowledgement here. Speaking of stepping up, if you are ever in the Anaheim area, you can step up to the Bunch of Lunch buffet at Shakey's on Harbor Boulevard. They have pizza. They have salad. Do they have ambrosia salad? Yes, they do. They have fried chicken. This is okay. They have mojo potatoes. They have mashed potatoes with gravy. And you may be asking yourself, do they have dessert pizzas? And I say, yes. Yes, they do. They also have little riblets, which sounds like an insult, but it's not. And they have macaroni and cheese. It looks creamy. It looks cheesy. It looks like it could be tangy. And when I went, did I experience the Shakey's macaroni and cheese? No, I did not. Because at Shakey's at the time, there was a lady, a very driven, passionate lady with several plates. I would imagine each plate came from a person who also purchased the Bunch Lunch Buffet. But perhaps that's not the case. Perhaps she insisted on having multiple plates. That she loaded up with as many riblets and as much macaroni and cheese as humanly possible.
You didn't have to draw the whole thing out, but you sure did.
Anyway, go to Shakey's.
Wait. I've got some bad news. I've got bad news. This just in.
What?
Shakey's Pizza's across the street from an elementary school. I'm out.
Oh, no.
Wait. 200, 300. That's less than 500 feet. Sorry.
Okay. Well, it's also summer, so you're fine.
Oh, yeah. Back in.
Closed.
I'm back
Okay.
in. And it is also next to the Anaheim Harbor RV Park, so I'll have a place to stay.
Also close to the Solara, which I stayed at.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad place. Anyway, sorry, Eric. You were talking about Oscar Mayer stepping up.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. Yes, Oscar Mayer stepped up as the sponsor. They sponsored until 1981. So that goes with the tradition of Disney parks getting 10 years of sponsorship on pretty much everything, and then nothing else after that. Hey, Jimmy, you really wanted to put forth the Coke and Pepsi on tap?
Yes, I did.
Oh, same thing here at the Town Square restaurant. Now, this restaurant was quite well known, aside from being, one of the first places you could see when you entered the Magic Kingdom. But it was also very well known for the presence of Little Oscar. Are either of you familiar with Little Oscar?
I mean, besides the obvious joke that I'm really trying not to make, no.
Well, you don't have to make it because it's true. Little
What?
Oscar was maybe a different Little Oscar.
Small wiener is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Oscar Mayer wieners.
Right.
Well, no, this was a diminutive person.
Okay, the joke I was going to make was implying that there was someone who worked there named Oscar, and he liked to show certain things. And one of those things was not really large.
Well, yeah, we're talking about the Oscar Mayer wiener.
Right. But his last name didn't necessarily. In the joke, his last name wasn't going to be.
We got it. I was trying to save you. Let's go.
Okay.
And his first name wasn't Oscar. His name was George Molchan. George.
Okay.
So George had a little Oscar?
No.
He was in movies, and he got one of Walt's little dwarf Oscars.
Or that's what Warwick Davis got for the Star Wars?
Jesus.
George Molchan.
I gotta go, guys. Come on.
Lived from 1922 to 2005. He was 82 years old when he passed. George was a spokesman for the Oscar Mayer Company. He appeared at Walt Disney World as Little Oscar for many years.
Hold on, it just hit me. Oscar Mayer Corporation hired a little person to be Oscar.
Yes.
His name was George.
Yes. He had hormone issues.
Oh my!
He needed hormone replacements.
This is an actual.
Wow, you really know your audience, Eric.
That is awful. Oh my god.
Dan, would it help you to know that George Molchan traveled the United States in his own personal Wienermobile for 20 years and more?
Yeah,
okay, hold on. If you're new to this show, I need you to understand I'm not asking these things because I want them to be true. It's because I suspect they might be. Was the Oscar Mayer mobile, was it smaller for him? Okay.
Just side by side with the regular size Oscar Wienermobile.
Oh,
I see nothing to suggest that it was a smaller Wienermobile.
I'm suggesting that they made everything to his scale because that would be whimsical. And let's face it, they would have done this.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what George did? Little Oscar did do? He gave out free wiener whistles.
Yeah, he did.
First developed in 1951, the wiener whistle was included in packages of Oscar Mayer wieners in 1958. At the 1964 World's Fair in New York City, a vending machine filled with wiener whistles was featured. Jimmy, how much would you expect to pay for a wiener whistle in 1964?
1 penny.
Oh, so close. It was 2 pennies.
Oh,
one for each
other. Which seems awkward.
Fans of Disney and Christmas, we just recently had Christmas. You'll remember that in The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen, it was the Oscar Mayer weenie whistle that what's his name? The stepdad. He didn't get it. He was 3 years old and he asked Santa for Oscar Mayer wiener whistle and he didn't get it. And that's how he knew
that Santa Claus wasn't real. But by the end, he got a wiener whistle.
He sure did.
And he became a believer. That was actually fun fact number 3.
You already have that listed.
Oh, that's on my list.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. His name was Neil, by the way, and it's played by Judge Reinhold.
Oh, that's right.
My name is Judge.
Fans of gosh.
Development will appreciate that. Let's go.
Let's see. The Oscar Mayer has created multiple special edition weenie whistles, including for Super Bowl 30 and 31, and a glow-in-the-dark whistle that was introduced in 1997. So Oscar would hand out these little weenie whistles. He was very well known at Walt Disney World, where he worked for several years, when Oscar Mayer was the sponsor for this location. Now, in 1981, Oscar Mayer dropped their sponsorship, and basically they recreated the same, it was almost the same exact restaurant, just sponsored by Hormel. So now we get to play my version of Jimmy's fun game about breakfast entrees that you could get.
Who was their mascot?
They did not.
Little Bean?
Little Dinty Moore.
I am Dinty.
Senor Spam.
I have to say, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly love to be. Because if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me.
If you want to see all of this live, send us an email.
Except if it were live, I would have sung the jingle.
That's true.
And we all would have started marching around. And we all would have had weenie whistles with us already.
We need weenie whistles. We need to give away weenie whistles. We need to get little... No,
there you go. eBay, here we come.
Who could be... listener, if you want to be Little Oscar or Little Shaky...
Oh, Little Shaky. How about this? If you have a severe alcohol,
get some DTs.
Oh my goodness!
He really wants a beer. Should we give him one? Listen, I gotta go. Let's go. Come on.
This is not my doing. You know what they didn't serve at the Town Square restaurant when it was owned by Oscar Mayer or owned by Hormel?
No chili.
No chili.
No
hot dogs.
That's awesome.
I
bet they had bologna sandwiches, though.
No, they did not.
Oh.
They had fried catfish and Monte Cristo sandwiches.
Mm.
For
Wait a minute.
breakfast, you
Is
could
this
get
the first injection of Monte Cristo into the Disney dining oeuvre?
Ooh,
I mean,
that is interesting. I don't know the first time we had
I wonder
a
if
Monte
it was
Cristo in
Bayou.
Disneyland.
I think I suspect it has been around, but I think Jimmy's looking at
Because
it.
71 seems like they would have had it at Disneyland already, right?
I suspect. But I mean, if it's OG to that place, that is absolutely point worthy.
Well,
the Monte Cristo sandwich battered deep fried ham, turkey, and Swiss cheese creation dusted with powdered sugar first appeared in the mid 60s, specifically around 66, 67 at the Blue Bayou restaurant and Tahitian Terrace.
Ooh, because that makes sense.
there we go.
Okay.
All right. Here, well, I'll make it quick. How much would you spend, excuse me, on steak and eggs
My
for,
goodness.
for breakfast in 1980?
So this would be still Oscar Mayer time.
Still Oscar Mayer time.
Steak and eggs breakfast. Was it
Yeah.
breakfast?
It comes with 2 eggs, fried or
okay.
scrambled, breakfast potatoes, and biscuits.
I'm going to say $4.
$6.99.
Oh, $5.25.
Ooh, that was
Right in
over.
the middle there. Yeah.
Okay, that's good gauge. Keep going.
Skim milk available upon request for your
Powdered
cereal.
or wet.
Cold
I
and
love
wet.
that would be. Excuse me, I'd like some skim milk. Yeah, would
Powder
you
or
like that
wet?
powder or wet?
Oh,
Oh,
powder, please.
Powder, please. I brought my own water.
I like describing the real milk as wet. Like some wet milk.
I brought my
please.
own mac and cheese.
Oh gosh.
I'd say that's
Hormel.
$1 for the skim milk.
80 cents.
Oh, 45.
Oh,
Yeah.
We both went over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, things went significantly downhill in 1983 when Hormel was part of this. I have a menu here. My menus I've sourced from retrowdw.com. Excellent source for old-timey menus. Let's see. So, same thing, steak and eggs.
It was 5-something. Calculating for some inflation.
It was $5.25. 3 years later.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it got cheaper. $4.99.
$7.
$6.50.
Oh,
And that light and lively milk,
the wet milk.
the wet kind, the wet
Went
variety,
from 45 cents to 50 cents.
65.
75.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's why it didn't last. Nobody's
Gouging.
paying 65 cents for 70 cents for some milk.
some wet milk.
For wet milk. Yeah. 1996, Hormel's trying to make up for it. 95 cents for light and lively milk. Same steak and eggs.
What was it?
1996.
Steak and eggs.
What was it before?
In
It was
1980, it was $6.50.
$8.
Ooh, I'm going to say $7.99.
$8.75.
Ooh, should have gone $8.01.
Anyway, so the second restaurant, the Hormel sponsorship lasted through 1989. In the afternoons and evenings, they would sell barbecue. Both Oscar Mayer and Hormel sold pretty much the same menu. So barbecue, hamburgers, steaks, other offerings.
Okay. Like do you mean barbecued hamburger and steaks, or like barbecue, hamburger,
It
steaks?
says barbecue, I haven't been
Okay.
able to find a good evening menu for Hormel.
So fair to assume they're doing just like barbecue, like just barbecue stuff, like ribs and
Probably.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the late 80s, Hormel's sponsorship was ending, so Disney decided to let that contract expire in 1989. Then they renovated and rebranded the space with an Italian theme as Tony's Town Square Restaurant that reopened in 1989.
Mm-hmm. that fits with the Eisnerification of everything.
Yes. So in the when it reopened and through the 1990s, Contadina pasta was the sponsor, and now it's Buitoni.
Okay. Is there a convoluted backstory to the restaurant itself other than it being themed to Tony?
Well,
Uh-oh.
no.
Okay, good.
No, there is not. However, it is themed to be that very location. We can talk about, I was kind of saving this for like the actual description of the restaurant in the current day. But yes, there's no convoluted story other than this is Tony's restaurant.
Okay. I feel like handing out some points here. It used to serve breakfast. It no longer does. It has gone through several iterations of food. Italian food on Main Street. Jimmy, do you have any sort of argument about why it shouldn't exist?
Just that Carnation Cafe, it has a charming old school vibe that feels very nostalgic.
Okay.
It's inspired by the early days of Disneyland. You get a cozy, quaint feeling. The decor is classic and vintage, reflecting the 1950s, which adds a layer of historical Disney charm. Whereas Tony's is themed after a movie, which has nothing to do with Town Square or Main Street. It's cute, but can feel a little more generic or less connected to Magic Kingdom's core atmosphere.
I feel like he's not talking about the history at all.
I don't.
Well,
he didn't ask a history question.
No,
Italian food.
My sort of thinking is we go from things that make sense that they would be at Main Street. I'm not saying that the Italian doesn't. It's just, is there a disconnect there that I should be considering or not considering?
I mean, if we're going to talk about the decorations, it's turn of the century. It fits in with the time period of Main Street as it is at the Magic Kingdom, which is different from the turn of the century Main Street. Hey,
Eric, just a quick question.
Yes, sir.
What land is it based in?
What land?
Yeah.
You mean the Main Street USA /
USA.
Town Square?
Oh, interesting. Main Street USA, which serves American food like the Carnation Cafe.
Are you saying
American
that
food
in the Saratoga Springs area of New York that there wouldn't be an Italian man coming overseas with his family, braving harsh
Main
waters?
Street USA is Marceline frickin' Missouri, not New York, Yankee.
This is the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. This is themed after Saratoga Springs, New York. We did a whole episode about it 17 years ago. But this Italian man had to maintain a luscious mustache while he made his way to America and then opened up a restaurant that initially only his mother could love, because people said, "What's with this ethnic food, Tony?"
Yeah.
Once they saw adorable dogs eating his spaghetti, they all flocked to this location.
Yeah. Tony's Italian food, good enough for dogs.
Okay, so playing along with this ridiculous notion of the history, I feel
Mamma
like,
mia, he said.
I feel like Tony as an immigrant at that time would have faced a lot of difficulty and hardship, because at that time Italians were not considered white, and so he would have been considered a surly immigrant. So to applaud his success as a businessman under these conditions, I'm going to give him a point.
It's the heart of America.
Because he overcame unbelievable odds.
Hey, you know who else overcame unbelievable odds? A man with a suitcase and a dream.
Byworks?
And
his friend Walt Disney.
Yeah. All right, let's get to what's the next segment? What's the next part?
I don't know.
Are you done with the history?
I think we're past history to whatever's next.
So let's talk about Carnation Cafe as it exists today.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant is housed in a 2-story Victorian-style building. It offers both indoor and outdoor seating. Mm-hmm. You might want to seat outdoors because it's a lovely, lovely place in California. Mm-hmm. Where the weather is conducive to eating outside. The patio is covered and offers views of Main Street, USA.
Okay, hold on. They both have outdoor seating, right?
No, they don't.
True.
No.
Yeah.
You can eat outside at Tony's?
Sure.
Would you?
I mean, it's Florida.
It's a point. That's a point for our Carnation. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's available. I watched a delightful video with Mr. Morrow eating out on the patio.
It's available, but should it be?
Yeah, you know what else is available? An at-home enema. The patio is covered and offers views of Main Street, USA, including views of the parades that pass by. A carnation flower is placed on every table. Mm-hmm. Carnation Cafe serves American-style comfort food, including comfort food, including dishes that were favorites of Walt Disney, including Walt's chili.
Right.
Which was the same recipe he used to enjoy when he was alive.
Yes. And what was the actual recipe? It was 2 different cans of chili.
Denison's.
That's
and
right.
what's the other one?
Denison's
Dinty
and
Moore?
Hormel.
Hormel. Makes sense.
Just dumped into the pot.
Yep. The chili is described by Time Out Los Angeles. Time Out Los Angeles describes it as straightforward, meaty, tomato-heavy classic that comes topped with cheese, sour cream, and fresh tomatoes. Carnation Cafe offers breakfast, which includes Mickey Mouse-shaped waffles, which are vegan, can be, and pancakes. The waffles were given an honorable mention as one of the best dishes in Disneyland by Los Angeles Magazine in 2017.
What? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. LA Magazine knows what they're doing. No, appetizers
have you read
include
LA Magazine.
appetizers include fried dill pickle spears, dipped in Parmesan cheese and panko breadcrumbs, served with ranch dressing. Eater named the fried pickles as one of the top things to eat at Disneyland in 2019. Entrees include fried chicken with buttermilk fried chicken, mashed potatoes, country gravy and vegetables, and homemade meatloaf, a blend of pork and beef served with a ketchup glaze, mashed potatoes, mushroom gravy, and vegetables. Carnation Cafe also offers sandwiches.
The
restaurant offers special seasonal food during the holidays. For Christmas of 2019, for example, the menu included a fried bologna sandwich and a pork chop TV dinner. There it is, Dan. The latter served in a classic TV dinner tray with seasoned apples, mashed potatoes, peas, and carrots, and a
now
cheddar
we're back
and
into
chive.
history.
Hold on. Cheddar and chive scone with bread pudding. However, today, 2025 holiday dinner special, petite New York medallions, herbed Yukon gold potatoes, haricot vert, which is green beans, onion straws, and Cabernet demi-glace. How much would that cost you, Dan?
$23.
$28. Yep. The kids' holiday dinner special, petite New York medallions, herb Yukon gold mashed potatoes, green beans, onion straws, and demi-glace.
$28.
No, it's cheaper. It starts with a 1.
120.
I think 19. In 2019, Time Out Los Angeles named Walt's Chili as the 27th best food at Disneyland.
Okay, not to take anything away from this restaurant, but we really need to back away. Not you, but like Disney and everyone in the fan world. We need to back off from this Walt's Chili bullshit because it is not. Sorry, Bowl Supreme. Because it is not. First of all, it's not his recipe. He wouldn't be up in his apartment slicing tomatoes. It was just, and that's what makes the Walt's Chili thing so amazing. Is it was just like it's just 2 different brands of chili. That's my recipe for chili. It's like his special thing. And if you're gonna make a big deal out of Walt's Chili, then why don't you have a hot dog with it?
That's right.
And not a knock against.
I mean, if you're doing
Carnation
the thing,
Cafe.
if
you're doing the thing, do the thing. It is all.
Listen to episode 1 of this show. Yeah. SF Gate, we know them, says Carnation Cafe serves consistently quality food. Inside the Magic named Carnation Cafe one of the most romantic dining spots at Disneyland Resort.
That's ridiculous.
Well, there you go.
I mean, it's not.
I will say the Walt's
not...
chili omelet was pretty good.
It was breakfast omelet. I had that.
No, it's good. It's good. It's just weird that they make such a big deal out of it. Yeah, I mean, romantic. I don't understand that, but I don't understand romance.
Walt's chili cheese omelet is a cheese omelet topped with chili, cheese, and chives, served with breakfast potatoes. Quite delicious. We had that together, Eric, I believe.
Yeah.
It's an omelet with chili on it. It's
so good.
It's. I don't know.
Do you want to hear some other breakfast items, Dan, that you can get?
Sure.
He's really pushing the breakfast thing.
Yeah.
You know what you
I can
don't
stop
need?
as soon as you give me a point for it.
I mean, yeah, I guess it does. Having the existence of Eric, does breakfast exist at Tony's?
No.
What time? What are the hours? Generally?
Oh, you're asking difficult questions here.
I would say probably 11.
Yeah,
11
probably
to
11.
close.
Yeah,
11
I'd
to
have to really
close or
dig.
11 to some other time?
It's usually close.
Yeah, 11 a.m. 11 until 7.
Till 7?
Never mind.
Saturdays until 9.
And
Some nights
park,
until 9, some nights till 7.
but the park still closes at like 8, right?
No,
It's
later
yeah,
than
it's
that,
the Magic Kingdom. It closes at like 12:30 some nights.
No, but when does the Magic Kingdom actually close? I know it's earlier.
It depends on the day, but
Okay.
more often than not, it's after 10.
Yeah.
Okay, Jimmy, what are the hours for Carnation Cafe?
A fine question. Closes at 9 p.m. today.
Okay, and the
It was
park
8
closes
8 a.m. to 11 a.m., 11:30 to 9.
The park closes at midnight.
Jimmy, is your restaurant rated as LGBTQ friendly?
Oh boy, it's California. Damn right.
They have to
okay.
I already told
specify
you
that
it's
in
the
Florida.
best, one of the best romantic dining spots at Disneyland. I didn't say just boys and girls dining.
I'm gonna give Carnation another point for breakfast, and as well, this point also covers the hours seem to be generally longer, with consideration for the parks closing earlier.
Now it's smaller, more intimate space, so probably more people can eat there during the day, but in a less amount of time, more people can eat at Tony's because it's a bigger space.
But
So
again, that goes
wash.
back to a size thing, which I don't think we need to get
Fair
into.
enough. Fair enough.
And it's
but
still not a very big restaurant.
At the same time, I mean, Tony's with the outside seating, sometimes of the year, it's basically half the size, right? Because you don't want to sit people out in the
Well,
rain.
I think Tony's restaurant indoor has more seating than all of Carnation Cafe.
That,
in
yeah,
and out.
that makes
True.
sense.
And
But
it's
again,
covered seating. It's not like it's out in the rain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on a patio out front.
Okay.
So you could watch the
I've
parades
never
go
seen
by.
Before the parade passes by, again, come in July, I'll sing it. Eric, are you going to speak to the sidewalk carving?
Well, yes. When it's my turn, I'll
Right.
talk about.
Well, it's your turn now. I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a sidewalk thing.
We talked about it before on the show. I just, as a reminder.
Right. But yeah, so the location is designed to look like the movie. So Lady and Tramp left their paw prints in concrete in front of the building with a little heart carved into the wet cement with the little arrow thing. There is a what's the name? The alley. That is the word I'm looking for. There's an alley that has silhouettes of Lady and Tramp out back having their very romantic meal. And you can look at that. Now, so a lot of the artwork that's inside this location, ever since they switched it over to Tony's, they had the famous Disney artist Don Ducky Williams come in and do all of the artwork for the china, for the signage, for the menus. He basically did the animation style of Lady and the Tramp for everything in this location.
Okay.
So when it first opened, all of their plates, saucers, creamers, everything in the building was his Lady and the Tramp artwork on it. They guests liked the plates and saucers and kept stealing them, so they had to replace them with regular china. They do have a lot of artwork framed on the walls. Like I mentioned, they do also play scenes from Lady and the Tramp in the lobby. They have original paintings from Ducky Williams still framed under glass, and some of the other items like plates and such are framed around the location. You just don't eat off of them anymore. But they're not reproductions. They are all original art from this classic Disney cartoonist. He says in an interview, if they ever change it out, I'd love to have those back to put up in my own house.
So it's themed to be the restaurant, but it is also a tribute to the movie that the restaurant is in.
Correct. Yes. So the theming to the restaurant is basically, there's the alley, the filthy alley where these dogs are eating spaghetti, and here's where they put their paws in cement. But inside, it's art from the movies to remind you of it. Yes.
That in case you can't figure it out, that is kind of a sticking point for me, because
I know, I get it. It's not themed to be Tony's restaurant,
but it is at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like that. It
isn't.
It's like the same issue that I had with the queue at Peter Pan, where it's like, okay, we're going to go through this thing, and now we're going to ride through the very same thing, but it's.
Hey Jimmy, you want to be the judge on this one?
Combination of sloppy and no, I truly don't. I don't have a front runner currently. That's just sort of. That is a place where I'm like, why?
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, considering that this was all put together in 1989 and really has not changed much visually since then, I don't know that I'd call it sloppy in the sense of modern Disney, where they're like, hey, let's make it all fancy. Let's make it all, let's bring in, like you're saying about the queue at Peter Pan, let's bring in some interactive elements that are fun because we need people to stay out of the sun for half an hour. It's more classic Disney, and it's always kind of felt that way. I haven't eaten there in years, but it has not changed much at all. Mm-hmm. It is still this classic design that, I mean, to hear that it was redecorated in 1989 is kind of weird because it feels like it's been there longer. The original design was just kind of Victorian Main Street style, but now it's
very much like Carnation Cafe is today.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
meeting the theme of Main Street.
Right.
In the theme of the restaurant, and you may not have a definitive answer to this. In the theme of the restaurant, is it a upscale Italian place, or like just like hey, it's Tony's Italian place?
I guess the question is it an Italian restaurant or is it Italian?
Exactly.
These days it's going for upscale.
Okay.
These days the menu, so they completely revamped the menu back in 2022.
Upscale, like fried mozzarella.
Well, but have you seen the fried mozzarella? They're very large. I'm looking at the food right now. And
okay. But yeah, they've redone salads. They have redone the dishes. They're obviously going for higher scale because they're charging, $30 a plate.
Right.
But they've got multiple. It's not just spaghetti anymore. I mean, as kids, I remember liking eating there. We only ate there a few times, but at this point, they're really going for that kind of upscale Disney food experience.
You know how you know it's fancy is in the menu. It's antipasti and secondi plati,
right, and salati
and dolce.
So elephant in the room with Tony is I've heard that the
I was trying to be the elephant.
Historically, the food has not been good. Are you saying that has improved?
The food has definitely improved. The reviews in the last few years have gone up significantly, including one from 2 days ago on Disney Food Blog. So it's not our pal AJ, but it is saying that even though Magic Kingdom isn't known for being an exciting food option,
Mm-hmm.
This restaurant in particular has made a major comeback, and everything that I've seen from vlogs to blogs, everybody has said that yes, this restaurant has made a comeback. It's a place you actually want to go. Before, it was just difficult to get into because there aren't many sit-down restaurants in the Magic Kingdom. Now, this is a place you want to go.
It's basically just this, the expensive. Well, they have the Beast thing.
They got Skipper Canteen.
Okay, so I was thinking that this fills a gap that the park is missing, but I don't know that that's the case.
It kind of still is. If you consider the size of it and the amount of people that go there, they rarely open their version of Plaza Inn, which is in approximately the same location.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, is there anything else? I mean, they've got Beak and Barrel, which is a lounge now. They've got the Crystal Palace, which is character dining.
Yeah,
they've got the castle.
But that's also
which
basically character dining, right?
Yeah.
So an angle that I hadn't considered that might... Because these are neck and neck for me. But the angle I might not have considered until now is that this one is actually filling a hole that would exist if it didn't exist. I don't know if that made any sense, but this one is actually serving a need that the park has, where at Disneyland there's Carnation Cafe, there's Riverbell Terrace, there's, I mean, just the fact that there's those two alone. There's the Plaza Inn, which it's not fancy sit down. It's a French market now. Tiana's. I'm going to call French market.
But that's not a sit down.
It's a buffeteria is what they call it.
What's the sit down I'm thinking of that's next?
Cafe Orleans.
Blue Bayou, Cafe Orleans.
It's interesting because Disneyland fills up.
That's also a counter spot. Never mind.
Disneyland's sit-down restaurants fill up quickly as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a different culture.
I think it definitely is. And I think that's also shown in that Disneyland has like only one in-park character dining option at the Plaza Inn, and that's for breakfast. And I went to it. It's not that great. If you haven't listened to the episode, if you are an East Coaster and you want to go and you're going to Disneyland and you want that one meal that feels like you're at Disney World, go to the Plaza Inn for breakfast. Okay, that's an interesting thing that I just landed on that may be only interesting to me, but that could be the thing that could honestly be the thing that pushes it over the
edge. The fact that it exists,
just the fact that that it is filling a need.
Walt Disney loved simple, hearty foods. His favorite being a mix of canned chili Gebarts and Denisons. Ooh, and then he would add crackers and V8 juice. So there's your tomatoes, Dan.
I mean, I like V8 juice, but whoa.
Now, according to the internet, the cafe serves his favorite chili, a recipe obtained from his daughter, Diane.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it may be just a fancier version with actual tomatoes instead of V8 juice. But
that's probably accurate.
Either way, it's lore. Also, there's Walt's gazebo spot. A specific table in the outdoor gazebo area is where Walt Disney often watched the park and enjoyed his chili. Gebarts and Denisons.
It sounds like lore, but
probably.
I'll take it.
The chili always sounded to me like that's something he had at home. If you're going to mix two cans of chili together, that's something you do at home, not at your theme park.
And honestly, I do like the Carnation Cafe. I don't want
it's great
to be lost there. I enjoy it every time I go. I consider getting a reservation there. I often do, and I often cancel it. But that has nothing to do with, that's just how I make reservations. But looking at it from like a more objective point of view, I think it really does need to answer for, okay, if you're going to do this Walt's chili thing, why don't you have hot dogs? Because he also famously loved hot dogs.
That's right.
And they could do an upscale version of
they could
that, and that'd be interesting. And the menu historically has been kind of I'm just going to say schizophrenic, knowing that that's probably not the best term to use, where it's just like, okay, we have comfort food, we have meatloaf, but then sometimes we don't. We have pot roast, but sometimes we don't. We have some sort of chicken thing. We have a regular burger. We have a Parmesan crusted burger. Both are good, but is that really fitting the comfort food thing, or is it just people like these things? The breakfast is fine. I like that they have it. As far as an identity goes, it doesn't have the ice cream counter anymore. I mean, not that it should, because it's small.
And there's one right next door.
Well, yeah, there is one right next door, but then that also, why can't we order ice cream from Gibson Girl next door, right? Like, it presents, I think, more conceptual holes than Tony's does, and Tony's has a lot of them. Not even going menu to menu.
Is there a land impact that's different between the two?
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go land impact.
Well, I think it's important to note that when I searched for the top rated table service restaurants in the Magic Kingdom, Tony's isn't listed. Liberty Tree Tavern, which is a sit down. Jungle Navigation Company, which is a sit down.
Now, is that a lounge or a restaurant?
No, it's a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be Our Guest Restaurant, Cinderella's Royal Table. Tony's isn't listed on this. Just FYI.
Okay. But to be fair, that could be because of the historic lack of quality there.
Yeah. 3
which
years
apparently
of
has gotten better.
redemption doesn't get you back to the top of the list.
I'm not saying that that's not a good point. It's just, I also have to take that into consideration.
And let's be very clear. I don't actually care. So
no, I know. I know.
Now, when I do the same search on the highest rated restaurants at the Disneyland park, number 1, Blue Bayou, number 2, Cafe Orleans, number 3, Carnation Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, more people like it.
It's just tough. So conceptually, I'm okay. So now that I feel more, now that I've landed on the thing that I landed on, I'm more comfortable saying that conceptually, I really think that Tony's is awful. But just because I would, and this is again not a big surprise. I feel like if you're gonna make the thing themed to the actual thing, you leave Lady and the Tramp out of it. You leave any reference to the movie itself out of it. You say like, no, this is actually the place. But I also understand that Lady and the Tramp isn't necessarily as popular of a movie that people would be able to go like, oh, Tony's from Lady and the Tramp.
I mean, there's still an animated Tony on the menu.
There is an animated Tony on the menu.
Is
but
it
again,
moving?
Sorry, a cartoon Tony on the menu.
Because it would get my vote right there if it was animated.
Wow, he actually moves.
But again, I can imagine people who don't really know, which is honestly most people who visit Disney World, and I don't mean that in a negative sense necessarily. They might look at it and go like, "Oh, that's the Stromboli guy from Pinocchio," because they are basically the same animation or same design. Yeah, Land
Carnation
Impact
Cafe is a smaller, more intimate space. So
Yeah.
the atmosphere is more relaxed, feels more like you're having a special personal experience. There's also the outdoor seating option, of course, in that wonderful weather, where you can enjoy the view of Main Street, which is pretty unique. Tony's Town Square is larger, more open. It's in a busy area of the park, so it can feel a bit more crowded, and the experience might not feel as intimate.
Okay, you are not allowed to make fun of me for using AI ever again.
I'm just thinking Carnation is kind of cramped.
It's cramped, but at the same time, it also, I've taken several people there, and
Myself included.
And almost every time at some point during the meal, they realize that they are in the middle of a part of the park that they don't usually spend a lot of time in.
That's fair. Although you could say the same for Tony's. When do you spend time in that corner of...
But you're still entrance. It's still, let's go here and then go into the park.
It is called Town Square. It is Tony's Town Square restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
As far as impact goes, yeah, it's so for me personally, I didn't really actually know it was a place you could eat,
Right,
until you brought me there,
right.
like 3 years ago.
And I think to be honest, that adds.
And I've never been to
charm.
Tony's.
I think that adds the charm of it. Is there some deep, like, nostalgic feels that I should know about with Tony that, like, I know it exists with Carnation, but does Tony's have that also?
I mean, it's not even a product of its time, because when the park opened up, it was a different restaurant.
Right.
And it wasn't all that. I mean, really,
To
a
be
lot
fair,
of the
so was
decor is probably
Carnation.
the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But-
Carnation also went through,
Yeah, it just has the same name coincidentally, but that's more about the flower, like you said.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's only nostalgic for me because we ate there a couple times. I'm sure there are some people that like just love going there, or oh, this is the perfect spot to get a good parade view in the evening, and hey, the food's not bad anymore.
I guess the heart of what I'm getting to here is this like a Rivers of America thing without me knowing it? Because I had no idea that at Disney World, them getting rid of the Rivers of America, everyone was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Is this kind of just another restaurant over there, or is it like, if they were to threaten to get rid of this, I would like chain myself to the Lady in the Tramp fountain so that they can't, because I know Carnation Cafe would have that reaction.
I don't, which is interesting because Carnation Cafe is, again, not original, but not completely.
I mean, they're both as original as the other, I think.
Neither is completely original. But yeah, I think if they said, we're going to put in Korean barbecue, they'd go, oh, that doesn't make sense for Main Street USA, but sure, that'll be good.
Yeah. Okay.
It does sound like something they would do.
It does sound like something they would do.
What's a popular thing that we could easily put into Disney Springs?
I'm going to work this out. I'm going to work this out in points. So Tony's gets a point for that. It fills a hole thing.
Except it's not as big of a hole as you thought. I just read off 4 other sit-down dining restaurants.
But a lot of them are character dining. That's where I'm...
One of them is character.
One of them is... Well, Beast is character dining, right?
That's the one. Oh, I guess Cinderella's Royal
Beast isn't really character dining.
Cinderella,
Crystal Palace are.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, Jimmy. It's not as big of a hole as I thought it was, but the hole still exists. And if we're being really honest, in terms of like history and nostalgia, Carnation Cafe and River Bell kind of neck and neck, just on those terms. So a point for that, for Tony. The menu being a little bit weird and schizophrenic at Carnation, but that can also work to its favor because it can kind of just do whatever comfort food is. So that combined with you're in the middle of the land, that's a point.
I think if they still had TV dinners, I'd be all over it.
Oh, yeah, hands down. Or just consistent. That's the thing is it's lacking that, like, I'm going to go to Carnation Cafe because I really, really want and crave their blank. There's not that. It's just, I like the place. If they had like an awesome pot roast, I would be there all the time. Or a meatloaf that like wasn't too loafy, like, there's not an identity there other than the place. I guess it's Walt's Chili, but again, I talked about that. If I'm being really honest,
a couple items on the menu anyway.
Well, yeah, but again, it's small and the kitchen's small. I'm not going to ding it for that.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is harder than I thought it would be. And if I'm being really honest,
Cafe
yeah, okay,
is known for its attentive service, partly due to its smaller size. The location on Main Street is also perfect for grabbing a meal, then easily heading out to enjoy the park or catch a parade. Tony's Town Square, while providing good service, is located in a more hectic area of Magic Kingdom. The larger volume of guests might make it harder to feel the same level of personal service. I think I said
Okay,
that right.
I'm gonna be real. Okay, so
Carnation
my
Cafe
reaction
has
to that,
a deep connection.
Hold on. I've been to Carnation Cafe several times, and I do not feel that personal connection. If anything, it's like, okay, let's go. Come on, we got to turn this table around.
Turn and burn.
Like, but I get what you're saying. Eric, do you have any straws that you want to grasp at?
Let me grasp at the indoor portion of the porch, which has vaulted glass ceilings over it.
Indoor porch.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind
not
of
a porch anymore if it's indoor.
I mean, they call it the porch. It's different from the rest of the restaurant, which is darker wood.
Is it air conditioned?
It's still, that portion is still air conditioned.
Outdoor seating.
Well, but you could see the sky, the beautiful sky.
For the love. Wait a
I can
second.
see the sky right now.
He just got through saying that you could seat outside on a patio this whole time, Dan.
Well, then
But
that
then you could
actually
also
takes
go
away
on
a
the
point from
patio and sit on a
Carnation.
real patio.
How does it take away a point from Carnation?
Because I gave Carnation a point for the weather not being a problem.
Oh, fair enough.
So
Carnation,
that's okay.
I mean, Carnation, you've got.
I'm going to balance it out by giving a point to Tony. Now we're truly neck and neck.
But yeah, I mean, Carnation. Well, they've got the umbrellas. When you're outside at Tony's, you're covered.
Okay, don't even start.
It's a
to say
porch.
that
Wait,
weather's
so
a
you
problem
can
at
eat
Disneyland.
outside?
Yes.
Oh, so you can eat outside. Give me
there's
that
a
point back.
Okay, Carnation Cafe gets a point again.
Hi, I'm Hugh Hauser.
Carnation Cafe has a deep connection to the legacy of Disneyland. It was one of the first eateries when Disneyland opened in 1955 and is often tied to stories of Walt Disney himself. The history behind the restaurant can make dining there feel a bit more special.
Jimmy.
So while both... Yes, Eric.
Sorry. Sorry.
So while both
Finish
are
your
good
sentence.
in their own ways, Carnation Cafe has that magical Disneyland charm with better food and more intimate historical experience.
Free bread,
Tony's can be fun
Free
for
bread.
fans of
Free
Lady and
bread.
the Tramp.
with any entree. Free bread. You can
Tony's
order.
can be fun.
You can
for
order
carb
garlic bread for the
lovers
table.
and fans of Lady and the Tramp, or if you're craving pasta, but it doesn't quite capture that same Disney magic in the same way.
It's bread service with olive oil and Parmesan cheese.
Okay, here we go. Does Disneyland have another Italian restaurant that isn't Pizza Planet?
No.
Yeah.
You considered Pizza Planet an Italian restaurant?
I just figured he might go there. So there is that. And that's
Is there a good Italian at Disneyland?
there's you get
There's
Trattoria.
Napoli
Yeah.
Oh, right.
or Naples.
But that's
Right,
in
that's the show.
DCA.
That's the episode. Let's start over.
Oh my god. Okay. Welcome to Supreme Resort.
I gotta do some quick research.
Oh god.
Foot long mozzarella stick. That does look good.
I'm having
Foot long?
I am having real issues with the possibility that Tony's could win this. And that's just my most honest take here is that I think that that's my bias, but I also think that I can't bring myself to say to a listener, yeah, we gave Tony's the win, but I think it might deserve it.
Dan, can I give you this adjective, this phrase from Disney Food Blog?
Okay.
My meal was shockingly good.
But that's because of the previous thing.
True.
Oh my god.
Do you get points for redeeming a restaurant?
Well, okay, that's fair. Okay, no, okay. If we're gonna look at it from that point of view, I think Tony's has gotten better, and Carnation Cafe, while I love it and I have very fond feelings for it, I don't think it's gotten better. I think perhaps it's gotten worse and kind of weighed down by the whole like Walt as IP thing, which I get. and it is that cool like janky thing. There's the history, you can see the history, you can appreciate the history, but you could do the same thing by going to River Bell or going to Plaza Inn. I think we're coming to where it's like, I'm not saying Carnation Cafe is bad by any means. I think they both sound pretty good. Tony's has those theming issues, but I think that's just kind of a me thing, and I need to be able to recognize that.
I think more Carnation Cafe is more loved for food quality.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't speak to the current, but everything I'm looking at on highest rated sit down restaurants: Liberty Tree, Jungle Navigation Company, Be Our Guest, Cinderella's Royal Table, the Crystal Palace, the Plaza Restaurant, then Tony's, then the Diamond Horseshoe.
Okay, forget trying to win the argument. What do you both think?
I've never been to Tony's. That's what I think.
So wait. What was your question there, Dan?
If we forget trying to win the argument, where do you two land on this?
I'd probably eat a Carnation.
I've never been to Tony's. I like Italian food. It doesn't feel like Main Street USA. It feels like Disney IP, which is not a bad thing.
I think, you know what? I think that is the thing with Tony's that really bothers me, is I think that Main Street is best without IP.
Outside of actual Walt Disney being IP inside the Disney, the Opera House, is there any other IP related anything? Well, I guess you got the movie theater thing with the cartoons.
Yeah,
but that's not really IP. That's a movie theater.
Yeah. Tony's, legitimately has a statue of Lady and the Tramp as a fountain right as you walk in.
If Tony's were at a hotel, I would be like, oh, this is cool.
Like at the Disneyland Hotel is Tony's Italian restaurant with Lady and the Tramp in it.
That's a good point.
Because there's no other. I mean, the castle at the end of Main Street, but there's no other like Disney IP shoved in.
Well, there's the popcorn or the candy shop that was owned by Pop Gosham or whatever.
that's
Osh Popham, Dan. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfair for me to really say because I've never been to Tony's. The only thing I would say about it is I've eaten at every restaurant at Magic Kingdom, and that's the only one I haven't.
Yeah,
I don't know if that says anything. It just doesn't exist to me.
It does say something.
It's just still not like a Florida food.
Well, that too. When it was barbecue, it was different, but it just doesn't fit for me. Yeah. Not only the Italian part of the Victorian style.
I mean, I could legitimately get behind the. I mean, we were joking about the immigrant thing, but I could also. I'm not saying that didn't exist, but I also I think I was looking at the menu and I was just like, oh, okay, this is good. I kind of want it to be that sloppy, like
like spaghetti meatballs, slice of pizza,
like that, like, hey, I'm serving up this food that is the only version of this that you dumb Americans will eat.
You don't have to dig through the menu to find something your kid will eat.
Right.
Was that Family Guy thing about every Italian restaurant is the side salad is lettuce and a little cherry tomato cut in half?
Yeah, I don't know how like totally like ignorant this is of me, and it might be. I'm open to that possibility. I want an Italian place on Main Street to, first of all, not have a statue of Lady and the Tramp and be like, hey, remember that thing? But also to have it be like, oh, here's some really sloppy, greasy, good as hell Italian
you want some
food.
Red and white checkered tablecloths.
Yeah. I want it to be, and that I think is more fitting with the actual restaurant from the movie, from the documentary Lady and the Tramp, the animated documentary. Okay, I'm just going to, because cards on the table, I want to give it to Tony's because Disney World needs a win. But having had this part of the conversation, I think the actual win, by just thinnest of margins, is Carnation Cafe.
All right.
You can hear the elation.
Yeah. I mean, and even then, I mean, I would be open. I think this is a perfect contender for
the appellate court.
The appellate court. Yes, this Haunted Mansion, the Tomorrowlands that we never really came down to a solid winner on.
Oh, and also we still haven't finished Hall of Presidents. Yeah,
Hall of Presidents versus Lincoln. I think these are all open, and maybe, I mean, we haven't pre-planned this at all, but maybe if/when we do the live show, that could be an appellate court.
Oh yeah, and we could do like by jury. We could have a jury.
Ooh,
the jury could be our guests.
Check that out, listeners.
Yeah. So that's just a thought. I think it's time for another ad from Single Riders, and then we have some other things that we want to talk about.
All right, get that dollar ready.
Your attention, please.
At Single Riders, we don't just swipe, we reflect. Our founder, TikTok user Joe the Bearded Nerd, isn't afraid to wade into the deeper waters of Disney romance. After all, what is Kiss the Girl really about? According to Joe, it's about trust, chemistry, mutual yearning, and the kind of subtle, magical nonverbal cues that can only be described as basically consent if you think about it. So join us now as Joe contributes to the rich academic tradition of Disney analysis, armed only with charisma, conviction, and a catastrophic misunderstanding of bodily autonomy.
The entire point of Kiss the Girl is Sebastian being the world's greatest wingman, right? Trying to get Eric to kiss Ariel because Ariel needs the kiss to get rid of the curse. Like, she wants that. She literally is throwing herself at Eric and like, it's...
At Single Riders, we believe in open dialogue, even when it's unsettling. And we're proud to invite you to join our beta program, where you can test new features and decide for yourself whether our founders' romantic interpretations are insightful or indictable. Single Riders, love is a song that never ends, unless the lyrics are inadmissible.
And we're back. So in case you were just joining us, which is weird because it's a podcast, we just talked about the Carnation Cafe and Tony's. If you listener want to hear other shows that do things, talk about things and about and breaking, we also have, there's the Supreme Resort, there's there's Ears Up. Wait, you're listening to the Supreme Resort.
Yeah,
That's us.
yeah.
Also, Supreme Resort After Hours that you can listen to on the Patreon for another show called Ears Up. And there's also, Milk Lemonade Around the Corner, Bounce the Milk, also known as Bounce the Milk Podcast. They talk about Star Wars stuff. Puny Pod talks about very small things, also Marvel movies. Eric has like 15 other podcasts. One of them is Bowie's Planning that he does with me. So if you want to hear that, you can kind of figure out what that's like by listening to this show. Also the Hub Crawl. I'm getting all these out in a really awkward way. Also, if you want to book a vacation, contact Concierge, contact us. We talked about our emails at the beginning. The reason this is so weird is because I wanted to end by talking about Adam the Woo passed away.
Yeah.
Who we didn't know. He didn't know us. We have no connection to him. But he was kind of a big deal. And the discourse around parks and all of that on social media would have been much worse had he not existed. I have things to say, but that aren't super huge. But if either of you have any thoughts on the guy or not, we don't normally do this, but I was legitimately struck by the news, and I was again didn't know the guy, but he seemed to be a genuinely cool, interesting person. He did basically daily videos for like 15 years. He was a huge presence in the Disney media community for 15 years.
Yeah.
By all accounts, he was one of the first to do it. I would say one of the best. He was so good that if you watch him it makes watching Justin Scarred less annoying because you can kind of see where the template comes from. He did a lot of work, a lot of videos exploring abandoned places that got him trespassed from some of them. Also roadside attractions. He worked on both coasts. His whole thing was that he genuinely loved loving things and sharing them with people, his friends, and us. And it wasn't a bit. That's the thing that was really fascinating about him. He was just like, here's this thing that I love, and I'm going to share how much I love it. You could say that he was like the Generation X's Huelhauser, but like in good ways. If you want to get a feel for who he was and what the impact that he had, first of all, watch a couple of his videos. I really highly recommend it. They're better than you expect them to be. And try to see him in other people's videos, because it's interesting watching, for example, like Fresh Baked David or Bricky or whoever. You have this personality that you're used to, and then all of a sudden Adam the Woo comes in and he brings out this whole other thing in them that is clear that it's just like, oh, he's just this fun presence to have around. Anyway, that's, I don't have anything other than those basic ideas or notes prepared. Again, didn't know him. He didn't know us, but this show and the media landscape that it exists within in its own small way has echoes of his influence in it, even in ways that we don't necessarily consciously know, because that's the vibe that he sort of introduced to the, for lack of a better term, community. I've been talking a lot. I would love to, if you two have anything to say, please, or if you don't, we could just end the show, and that's fine too.
I don't have a lot more to add. I'm not a video watcher, but Dan has tried to force feed me some Adam the Woo stuff over the years, and it's always something that I enjoy. Knowing a few people who have been a part of the community as long as Adam was, they all said the same thing: genuine.
Yeah.
My first introduction to Adam the Woo was from you on this podcast, and I was stricken by how much he looks and sounds like our very own Eric. So much so that Eric played him on the show.
Poorly, because I hadn't watched enough of the source material.
Niepkins. He will be missed, and thank you for everything you did, Adam.
Yeah. So with that said, the podcast is over, to borrow a phrase. That's it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for humoring us with this part. Again, you know how to get in touch with us if you want to go to Shakey's. And also, don't forget to visit your local Shakey's and let them know that you would like for that to happen. Beyond that, be good to each other. And court, it's not court, it's resort. Resort is adjourned. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Fresh baked. Goodbye.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oh,
Belgian waffles served with hot cinnamon apples or blueberries. $3.75.
Ooh.
1986. What a wonderful time.
All right. You know what? Tony's wins.
Of course, I did just want the Main Street USA part. Then I heard the next line and went, this is what I like better.
Should we stop recording?
Yes.